Hello again. Well, these days come around rather quickly, don't they? And as I said before, it's probably my age that time goes so quickly. But I trust you're all well and keeping safe. And it's always nice to speak to you. Be nice to speak with you at some point. Well, I've had an interesting couple of days. So today I'll talk about that. One thing that's relatively light-hearted, because I think I need to do a light-hearted piece at some point again, and another that is heartfelt. So I want to talk to you about this. We have a lean-to on the side of our house. That's not what I want to talk to you about. Like, I'm not boasting that I've got a lean-to on the side of my house, but it's where we keep all our gardening tools, the lawnmower and various bits of junk that I always say will come in useful one day, such as a Betamax video recorder or a World War II gas mask. And in reality, I say that they'll come in useful one day because I can't be bothered to get rid of them. But please don't tell Mavorin that. Anyway, on this lean-to, there's a wooden door, and we decided we'd paint it a nice colour to blend in with the garden. It's just like creosoted at the minute, and now, so we bought the paint. I've had the paint now for about 3 weeks, and every day since then, Mavorin's asked me every morning if I'm going to paint it that day. Now, I've been quite busy, and I never got round to painting it, well, until a couple of days ago. And when this happens, and it happens quite a lot, because I don't know whether you know, but my middle name is Procrastinator, then when this happens, Mavorin usually takes over the task. But I always say in my best man of the house voice, no, don't do it. I will do it. I said I'll do it, and I will. But of course, my best man of the house voice is more like the best mouse of the house voice, and Mavorin takes no notice of me squeaking in the corner. So she begins to paint it, but only does a small amount, and so she leaves the pot of paint outside, and then I promised her that I'll do the painting on Tuesday. So I got up on Tuesday morning with a clear plan. I was going to do some study, and then I was going to catch up on correspondence in the morning. I was going to bake some bread, and then in the afternoon I was going to do the painting. And everything went fine. I did all the things that I'd planned to do, study and correspondence and make some bread, and so I went outside, and I thought, I know how pleased Mavorin will be when she gets back home and the painting's all done. So I picked the tin of paint up, and some rainwater had gathered around the top of it, underneath the rim of the lid. So I swung it to get the water off the lid, and the lid just came off. All the paint went all over the patio, all over the patio furniture, and I pulled it back to stop it going, and then of course it all went over me. So I was covered from head to foot, and one of the things I said was, "Oh crikey." First thing I had to do was strip off all my clothes because I was completely covered in paint. And then it was at that point that I realised I had to attend a Zoom meeting with the pastoral care group, with Tom and Derek and Jane and Helen. And so I eventually joined the Zoom meeting, sat completely naked in the kitchen. I didn't put the camera on, so I didn't subject everyone to such an unsavoury sight. But it was great to join everyone at that point, because from the anger I was feeling towards a certain someone who hadn't put the paint tin lid on, I was able to quickly move to a point where I could laugh at myself, and any anger and frustration and irritation quickly dissipated. And it wasn't so much just that I could laugh at myself, it's that other people laughed along with me. And it was those others in the meeting who helped me to not take myself too seriously. And isn't it important for our own mental health sometimes to step back a little from ourselves and see the ridiculous in what we do? There's no end to the entertainment you can get by stepping back and looking at yourself. But the other thing I want to mention this morning is yesterday, when I joined with others from the congregation to pay respect to the beloved Ron as his funeral cortege passed the church. And at another time, I know the church would have been packed with his family and all his friends and all the congregation and the rambling club that he loved. And Ron was a hero of mine. He was a quiet hero to me. I always looked to him on a Sunday morning. I always liked to have a chat with him, to see how he was, and just to make connection with him. He always used to come and say the prayers before the Sunday service with us, and he always prayed for the children of the world. We'll always remember that. And he was a great support to me, a wonderful support to me during my own cancer treatment and diagnosis and treatment, and we became a bit like brothers in arms. But he was always consistent. He was always asking me how I was when he himself was really struggling. And I was always amazed by his faith, because to me it never seemed to falter, and I never heard him complain despite his suffering over a long period of time. And as I waited with many of the congregation that I hadn't seen for so long, one of the things that really struck me, and one of the things that I felt, was the love that was there. And I realised how much I had missed everyone. And it wasn't just, I'm not just talking about the love for Ron, which was very, very evident when we all gathered, but there was an abundance of love for him. But it was a love that seemed to be between us all. And I felt at home with my church family, and with all the different characters there, all the different life experiences, all the different foibles, all the people that I might not agree with at different times. And I felt similarly when the Zoom meeting made me laugh at myself, because there was a love that I felt there as people laughed along with me. And our common bond was that we all believed in the saving grace of God manifested in Jesus, and that we are bonded in that love. And I felt that in a profound way in both of these situations. And I really want us to be together again in person, face to face, to love and work together for the kingdom. And I feel very blessed to be part of St Albans Church and to be part of this great adventure. The best is yet to come. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, but I really, truly believe that. So it's a short one today, a bit more light-hearted than previous ones, and yeah, it's that feeling of love is very, very special, and I'm grateful for it. So I think the next time I'll speak to you will be next Monday. So take care of yourselves. And for all those people I saw today, it was great to see you. And for all those who couldn't make it today, how wonderful it'll be to see you when we can all be together. Take care and look after yourselves. Keep safe. God bless. Bye-bye.